Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Righto. It is the weekend. It is Saturday. I hope you've had a really good week. And I hope that you're already busy having a good weekend too. Our Saturday morning meditations are always on bringing our attention into our body, our physical body, and experiencing what our body, the feedback that our body gives us. Somebody, good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you've had a good week, and I hope your weekend is even better. So for this week, no one teacher, but thoughts from a bunch of different teachers, and it is the same with our meditation today. Bringing our attention from our busy thoughts, our busy minds, into our body. And there's a couple of teachers whose thoughts I'll share on this topic. One of the simplest ways to practice mindfulness and calm your mind is to connect with the physical senses of your body. It is the most simple exercise to do. It's why I like to do it once a week, even though it's very repetitive. It's pretty much the same thing every time. But the power of dropping from our head into our body, dropping from busy thoughts into simply the feedback our body gives us, the power that we gain from that is huge. Our ability to calm ourselves is huge if we just simply follow this easy exercise. Anthony, a very good morning. Michelle, good morning. Maggie, good morning. Happy Saturday, happy weekend to you all. Hope you've had a really good week. Right, let's hear. Eckhart Tolle says, body awareness not only anchors you in the present moment, it is a doorway out of the prison that is the ego. Bringing your attention into your body is a doorway out of the prison that is the ego. I think that's really beautifully said. And remember, we can do this exercise in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, anytime during our day, by just turning away from what you're doing, taking a moment to see, right, what can I see? In our exercise this morning, we do it with our eyes closed, but you don't have to. You can sit in your office at your desk and just go, let me pay attention to something I see, and take a moment to see all that there is. Let me take a moment to understand what I can hear, smell, taste, feel. It can take a minute. It can take 5, depending on what kind of time you have available. But it really does provide a doorway out of the prison that is the ego, says Eckhart. Honey, very good morning. Happy Saturday to you. It's awesome having you here. Jack Cornfield says, attention to the human body brings healing and regeneration. Through awareness of the body, we remember who we really are. Through awareness of the body, we remember who we really are. One more thought is by George Sheehan. George Sheehan says, the mind's first step to self-awareness. He's talking about the mind, about self-awareness, and it's a very cerebral thing that we do, self-awareness. But he says the mind's first step to self-awareness must be through the body. It is when we drop from our mind, from our head, into our heart, into our body, that we get a much better sense of self-awareness instead of just thinking about this all of the time. Righto, the last thought is, your conscious attention can be on only one thing at a time. If you're focusing on what your body is feeling, your attention is not feeding your circling worries and concerns. As a result, they begin to lose a bit of their strength. Without your attention on your worries, they effectively don't exist in that moment. You're training your mind to be more focused on the present moment. With time, you find that living in the now is easier, and you become less lost in thoughts unnecessarily. So join me again for this very simple exercise of coming to your senses, dropping from your head into your body. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and let's float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And when you fill your belly with air, feel yourself expand from your core out in all directions. And once you've reached your full height, then again let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. Every time you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. While we're paying attention specifically to our bodies today, let's check in with our bodies and see that everything, everywhere has softened, has become calm and relaxed. You can continue your own full body breathing. With your next exhale, bring your attention to your forehead. Are you carrying any tension between your eyes in the form of a frown? Or have you completely softened there? As you exhale, bring your attention to your mouth. How lightly do your teeth, top and bottom, touch each other? Or is your jaw clenched? Is your tongue pressed firmly on the roof of your mouth or into the back of your front teeth? Or is everything in your mouth softened and relaxed? With your next exhale, check in with your shoulders and neck muscles. Are your shoulders pulled up almost to the level of your ears? Or have you been able to soften? Drop your shoulders. Ease up your neck muscles. On your next exhale, check in with your abdominals. Are your stomach muscles tight? Are you holding on to tension with your stomach muscles? It might be the number one place where most humans carry a lot of unconscious tension. The other ones are almost easier to become aware of. But the tension in our stomach muscles often hides forever. Have you softened there? Unclench your butt cheeks. Check in with your arms and legs. And lastly, check in with your hands. We can unconsciously keep them clenched into balled fists. Are your hands slightly open, calm and relaxed? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together. Again, consciously allowing our bodies to soften. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left. And forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to in this moment, we We can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long and a really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for our whole meditation with us, then this would be a great place to stop. If you are here for the whole journey though, we'll do the first few breath holds together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. And as you do, invite softness into every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow. Feel your shoulders slowly falling, feel your body slowly softening, and feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. Continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold your breath only for as long as you feel comfortable. Followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, our journey today is checking in with your body. And do it again. Take a deep breath, dive deep inside, and talk to your body. Say, hello, body. It's good to have you. Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top and works its way through our body. So our first stop is your eyes, or what you would have been able to see if you were to open your eyes. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, use your mind to search around the room for what would be the most obvious thing you could see. Keep your eyes closed, and then with your mind, have a look at this obvious thing. Study it from all of its angles, find all of its textures and colors, but keep your eyes closed. Take your next big breath. We'll change gears slightly, and with your next big breath as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to what you would be able to see, and this time, search for the least obvious object. With your mind, take a look around your room and find what is the least obvious object. And as you take your next big breath, study it from all of its angles. Take your next big breath. take a step downwards to your ears and what you can hear. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what is the most obvious sound that you can hear? And see if you can listen deeper than before. Are you able to hear layers to this obvious sound that you haven't noticed before? Take your next big breath. And we'll change gears with your next big breath as you dive deep into you. Pay attention to the slightest sound that you can hear. Use your ears as a radar, scan around you and find what is barely more than a whisper. Take your next big breath. We'll take another step down, and for the next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever works for you, so you enable yourself to smell and taste. For the next stop, as you take your next big breath, what is the most obvious smell that you can pick up? Does anything obvious come to you? Take your next big breath. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, is there any other smell that you can pick up right now? Take your next big breath. Taking another step down to what you can taste, and with your next big breath as you dive deep into you, is there any obvious taste that you are able to discern? Take your next big breath. And then change gears with your next big breath as you dive deep into you. Is there any other layer of taste at all that you can also find? Take your next big breath. And then we have one more stop to do, which is the surface of your skin. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, scan the surface of your skin to see where is the most obvious sensation. And then bring all your attention there. Could you describe all of the different sensations in this obvious place? Different kinds of feelings, different kinds of pressures. Take your next big breath. One more. Find on the surface of your skin the slightest sensation. Where on the surface of your skin can you find a spot that you barely can feel at all? For a moment, bring your attention there. Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Take a moment to remind yourself what a really busy mind feels like. Busy thoughts. When you're struggling to keep focused on the one thing that needs to get done because your mind is so busy and all over the place. Now try this next thought, and you'll see how silly this sounds. With your busy mind, try now to outthink all of the busy thoughts. While I've become so much better at this, this is a trap I still sometimes fall into. Having a busy mind, feeling somewhat stressed. And then because I can't think clearly enough, I try and think harder. All of the busy thoughts then get burdened by even more thinking on top. Taking already high brain waves and adding even more thinking. Thinking that this will work. Outthinking an already busy mind. Do you get how silly that is? I do. But only once I realize it. Because up until the moment I realize it, this is exactly what I try to do. The only way to deal with an already busy mind is to step away from the thinking into your body and invite your brain to follow. Today's was again a very simple exercise of bringing your attention to what your body experiences sensorily. This is one example. Moving your body in almost any way is another great example. And while you're moving your body, maybe stretching, going for a walk, or any other form of exercise, bring your attention to your body. How do the soles of your feet feel on the ground? What does it feel like when your calf muscles contract as you walk? What does the swing of your arms feel like in your hands? Step away from the busy mind into the body and invite the brain to follow. This brings down the brain waves. This is what makes the mind less busy and allows you to return again to thinking and apply your thinking with a lot more clarity realize when you step into the trap of trying to outthink an already busy mind. It never works. And I'll remind myself again the next time I step into the same trap. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this beautiful human body. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for this reminder, the trap of a busy mind, the delusion of thinking I can outthink my busy mind. Thank you for the reminder. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for more acceptance of exactly what my body feels. In a simple exercise like today's, but also all of the other examples. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for finding it so much easier to have acceptance for all the inner senses as well, all of the feelings and emotions that this body give me the experience of. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on our journey today, taking a little bit of your Saturday and spending it with us. Pope, good morning, good evening, and good night to you. Lorraine, a very good morning to you. Happy Saturday. Happy to have you here. Thank you, beautiful humans. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Honey. Thank you, Sunmarie. Have an awesome weekend. I hope you have a really good one. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.